He'll be on the list.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
The shadow work and pension sector. Strictly, would you, Mel?
Sorry, am I on, Eamon? Sorry, what's the question? Would it go on Strictly Come Dancing?
Yeah, have you been asked?
The answer to that would be no, I haven't. I think that would inflict undue and unfair pain on the British public if that was to happen. So I haven't been asked, and I don't think it's likely to happen. I have no rhythm whatsoever when it comes to dancing, I'm afraid.
Could I ask you instead about the American presidential race and the way that's shaping up and your take on it since President Biden has withdrawn?
Well, these are clearly extraordinary times, Eamon. I don't think I'm going to get too much into the ins and outs of American politics. That's a matter for the British people. But I do actually feel on a personal level quite sorry for Joe Biden, actually. My thoughts are with him, with Jill and with his family. I think to go through what he's gone through in such a public way right across the world is quite a tough thing to have experienced. But, sometimes that's the way democracy works. And the important thing is there will be another candidate in place come the presidential election, and democracy will take its turn as it does as normal in the United States.
Mel, you've just ruled out Strictly Come Dancing. Will you be running for Tory leadership instead?
I haven't ruled that out, and I haven't ruled it in. We don't yet know what the contest holds. The party board is going to come forward shortly, I think, with the process, and I will finally take a decision at that time. Some colleagues have been speaking to me about that possibility, and it's something that I'm weighing up.
Is it something that you're seriously considering?
Well, yes, in the sense that I do think the party needs to be brought together. I think the parliamentary party needs to unite. I think that's the first base on what will be quite a long road to regaining our position and trust and a sense of competence with the British electorate. And I think that we need to have the right person to do that. But as I say, there are many very good candidates who have already effectively announced, and I'll be taking my decision fairly shortly.
Yeah. Maybe there's a time to announce that you'd be taking part, and you say it'll be a long road for that recovery. What do you think the party has to do? The basic things that the party has to get right before it's electable again?
So I think that is another way, Eamon, of saying where do we go wrong? And I think there are many answers to that question, but I think there are two things in particular. One is a loss of trust with the British electorate, and the second one was our reputation for competence and delivery. And I think to answer your question as to how we get that back, the first base is going to be to unite as a party, and we need a leader that's going to bring people together, the different traditions within the Conservative Party. That is eminently achievable with the right approach, lots of listening, lots of working together as a parliamentary party. And the second thing we've got to do is then translate that into the right programme to offer the British people. And there I think we draw more widely than just the parliamentary party, but also into our membership and the wider Conservative family. And I think if we do those things, I'm confident that we can actually get back potentially in a single term. And in fact, if you were interviewing me after the 2019 general election and I was a Labour MP, heaven forbid, I would be saying that all looked pretty much lost. Worst results since the 1930s. How could we possibly come back in a single term? I think after the Hartlepool by-election loss, there was rumours that Keir Starmer himself even considered standing down at that time. So what I think that shows you is there are no rules in politics. There are no reasons why, if we do the right things and we do it in a methodical, careful, level-headed way, come together, that we can't actually prevail even within a single term.
Yvette Cooper, our new Home Secretary, has said she's shocked to find out that there were 1,000 civil servants working on the Rwanda plan, a plan that you didn't even give a chance. Rishi Sunak called the general election at the start of July, when those first Rwanda flights were booked for the end of July, in fact this week. Didn't even give that plan a chance to get those planes off the ground. It's a complete waste of money and resources, isn't it? Do you have regrets over that?
Well, No, not at all. The reason why it's a waste of money and resources is the fact that we've had a change of government, and this government, in fact, without even going to Parliament about it, has decided to scrap the entire scheme. Look, what we know very clearly is that what's required to stop small boats and people sadly perishing in those cold, dark waters of the Channel is to have an effective deterrent. Now, we saw it in the agreement we had with Albania, the returns agreement. Once that was in place, there was over 90% reduction in Albanians coming to our shores. Even the mere thought of the Rwanda scheme meant that people were delaying their journey over from the continent, in fact waiting for a Labour government in the hope that they would do exactly what they have done, which is to take that deterrent away. But
well,
look, they've come out with their latest plan, and we'll see where it goes.
Thank you very much indeed. Mel Stride, who won't be taking part in Strictly, but may be running for the leadership of the Conservative Party. Back